And moving on to our second story, Emirates Airline is resuming routes across Europe. As of October 15th, there are flights headed straight to Newcastle. This is in response to the ease of international entry protocols and a surge in passenger demand. And with the UK removing the UAE to the amber list, passengers no longer need to complete mandatory hotel quarantine. The airline is advancing its plans to increase overall service and capacity and will have their flights to Newcastle be on a weekly basis. This will also allow passengers to easily connect to and from its extensive Europe network via Dubai. And by the end of October, the Emirates will be offering 77 weekly flights to the UK from London Heathrow, Manchester, Birmingham, Glasgow, and Newcastle.
Oh my God. That is great news. This is amazing news.
It's amazing news for me personally, if I was traveling at the end of this year.
Yeah.
Unlikely. But it's just good to see that things are finally starting to pick up again. 77 flights only to the UK. How great is that? So things are finally going back into place. There's
Slowly but surely.
and in a safe way, most
Yeah.
importantly. Everything's being considered in terms of how to best provide a service that is of quality and at the same time being safe to everyone around us and being aware of all the small bits getting us from point A to point B.
Yeah, and just over the last long weekend for the Islamic New Year, the DXB saw a huge surge in travelers and passengers. So they did warn those traveling to come into the airport well before time. So they have all their documents in order, they have all their ducks in a row, like excess baggage, COVID stuff, everything. So as travel is picking up, be sure to, if you are traveling, to head to the airport well before time, that you're not there last minute sorting out all your documents, sorting out all your, like the COVID-19 stuff and paperwork, and it's going to be crazy. So of course, keep that in mind if traveling.
It's always hectic going to the airport anyway, but obviously now with everything that's going on, there's just extra tidbits that passengers need to get aligned prior to a flight, so better safe than sorry.
Yeah, and with the number of passengers increasing at an airport, there will be, that amount of like social distance implemented, and like it's just going to take a little bit longer, like definitely, like to accommodate so many people, but also put in place the COVID regulations. So that is one thing to keep in mind.